it's my time to shine. Let's go. When your time comes, don't postpone it. When others doubt and out, you don't condone it. Truth be told, yourself is your toughest opponent. When your moment comes, grab hold and own it. Never let go, stand tall and hold tight.
Welcome to Man vs. Theta. I'm Spectre, and let's get our daily watch list done. Okay, so this is our watch list for the day, and let's take a look. So we had a nice gap up in the morning, and I was looking for some profit taking on the open, and then for a start for a rip higher, right? And so that was the context to set for the day. And let's go ahead and take a look at the first ticker here. I'm going to do SPY just because I kind of like that as a context. Ideally, we get a dip test into 320.50, and then we can risk 1 point for 323 plus. And so if you're a SPY trader, let's see how that worked out. All right, so at the open today, let's take a look. Where did we dip? We didn't quite get to 320.50, but we dipped right into the under 321 into 321.70s, and then started ripping higher. So at that point, could have got long and risking to this low when it got back over VWAP, or just go, hey, you know what? We're close enough. Maybe take a starter position and then add over 321.50 and risk to your average. And anyways, I think this was pretty spot on. We had the initial dip. We ripped, we dipped again, ripped back, and then at the end of the day, we had a nice little dip and then high a day breakout. And overall, we tested 323 per the plan, and then by the end of the day, we actually broke out over 320. So I think the overall idea for today being a buy the dip day was spot on. Okay, now let's start going through the tickers. Mind you, today I was not able to trade much. I got the morning action, and then I had to take care of some errands, and so that's where I was, unfortunately. I missed out on a lot of easy money. Okay, so Apple. The notes for Apple say, looking for a long on dips. We have for ER because it's Apple's reporting this week, and the key levels that I was interested in is 366, 372, 376, and 381.50, and then 386. So the idea is overall is we want to get long on a dip. So the dip levels we wanted was 372 or 376, and what we ended up getting was we only got the pre-market support at 374, right? So that also tells you there's some strength here. So I wanted 372, come back and test yesterday's highs, but all we got was pre-market support here. So on that morning dip, gold starts grinding, clears the 376 level, and started going up into 379. So that was a nice long opportunity there for the first 15 minutes to make a few bucks. Then for later in the day, came back, retested the open, and that support, that 374 level that was set. So unfortunately, we didn't get the 372 level. I would say that this was, again, in context of buying the dip for a ride up higher toward ER. It was a spot on idea. But I could have had an interim level. I think what might have helped it, folks, if I had included the pre-market support here. So I'm sorry I missed that, guys, and didn't include that in the list. But I was looking for this for the bigger size entry for the long. And that's where you got to be able to be aware of the price action. Okay. The next, another quick note on this is you can see the 374 dip and then the consolidation on 376. And then when it started grinding up and out of 376 and over this previous support level, that's where you can start going, hey, I want to get long and I want to risk to that low. So that's another little tip there. All right, next ticker, AMD. Okay, so the notes for AMD. Okay, they're reporting tomorrow on Tuesday. And that I'm thinking, hey, we're gonna get a pop up into 70, 72 on the open, and then profit taking dips onto 68, 68, and then flip long for a move back towards 70, and risking versus 67. So let's see how this played out from those notes. Okay, so right at the open, we got that pop into 70 to 72. We got the 7150 right here, right at the open. Nice pop. It got short, and it dumped all the way into 68. So spot on trade plan for AMD on the watch list there for where to go short, where to cover, and where to flip long. Now, the long opportunity, so going off 68, risking 1 point, never even went below 67.75. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, that was great free money. And then a long right here, and it got to VWAP, it got to 69.40. It didn't quite get to the 70 level, didn't break above. So there was definitely some little bit of weakness here. Going ahead into VER here, where people took some profits, right? It's had a nice big run up, so this should not be too surprising that it stalled here. But overall, risk reward wise, it was, I think, a really good plan, and good levels from the watch list today on that. Okay, next ticker, Amazon. See how that played out today. Okay, we had the gap up overnight. The notes. Ideally, some dip on open for some gap fill, and then watch for accumulation for a run back toward 3,300 ahead of ER. So this is more of a swing idea. That the key levels I'm interested in are 2,900, 2,975, 3025, and 3060, 3115. So we had a dip at the open and came right back up really quickly. I didn't trade. I didn't trade Amazon today. And then we ripped up into 3095, didn't get to the 3115 level, and then it came back all the way into the 3025 and consolidated, and then started grinding back up. So overall, I'd say the idea for the longs was good off of the lows, and waiting for a support level such as 3025 or 2975 down here. That watching for those two levels for a long entry were good. I did trade this action in the beginning because I didn't like the risk reward here. I wanted a pullback on Amazon. It had to come back to test either previous resistance or previous support, and for me to get long on. And off of that, 3025 was a good risk reward long. Overall, Amazon, I think, is consolidating. I wouldn't be surprised to see another dip on 3,000 at some point before the rally hider here. Okay, next has HAS. This was an earnings loser. Look at this range in pre-market here. Dump, came back up to 75, and then dumped. So let's take a look at the notes and see how we could have made money on it. Okay, has. The notes say sales down 30%. I like short on pops. That means push up into the 7350 to 7450 area for a 7050 level test. And if that was to break, then this could dump all the way back into that 66-68 area. So the key levels that I'm watching are 66, 69, 7150, and 74 and 76. So what did we get? Right at the open, we got a push 7450. And we didn't break that 76 key level, and then dumped. Like if you got short there right at the open into this candle into 75 or 74.50 at the open from the watch list, dumped right into that next key level that I was looking at is 71.50. Boom, right into 71.50. And I was looking for 70.50 to be tested a little bit further, but all it got to 70.80. So when it got to the 71.50, you want to make sure you lock some in, and then see if you get that 70.50 or not. And then if it comes back up here, you lock in your gains and be happy, right? I mean, that was fantastic. Like what, 30 minutes, and from 74.50 to 71, 3 points, risking 1 point. Great risk reward there. So I made bank on this one. I had some pretty high confidence into the short. I started here 73.50. I added a little bit. Actually, I wasn't able to add more size. There was no more borrows left at my broker. So that was another clue that this was going to dump, I think. That there just weren't any borrows left. Everybody was like shorting it, I guess. So nice trade, nice play. It was it brought a nice smile to my head. Okay, Nvidia, next ticker. What are our notes for Nvidia? Okay, nice gap. So we had a nice little gap up here, and from the 406 to 408, it's a nice little gap. I'm looking for a dip on 406. I wanted it to come back and test this level here, and risk. Oh, somehow I had a typo. I put 4040, but risk versus 404, and the target was to see 415 plus by Friday. And so if you got long here, we hit 415 right away, right? So if you knew I was looking for 415 at the by Friday, and you got long, just because of the price action of this wick here and came back down and started grinding, right here, and you got long, 415, you lock that profit in. So those were key levels. I'd say I was off on the support level. I had 400 and 405, and then 415. I didn't include. Again, just like the other ones, that I was expecting more dip at the open. I wasn't expecting this support to be held so strongly, and so I was off on this 410. And so if you missed this trade, I'm sorry about that. The risk reward was definitely there, but the levels in the watch list probably made it so that one did not enter the trade. So again, apologies on that if that didn't work out. But the targeting for the 415 level was spot on, and I guess the next level I'm looking for into tomorrow is 420, and then 427 if that comes in. Okay, let's see. What do I have? NVIDIA Shop. Let's take a look at Shop and see what we got. Okay, so the note on Shop is saying, hey, they're reporting on Wednesday, and I'm expecting us to hit 1,000 plus ahead of the report. And that the key levels I'm looking at are 900, 918, 940, 953, 980, and then 1020. So what do we get? Right at the open, we tested the 940 support level. Boom, boom, tested again. Boom, came down, tried to break down, came back up, basically held the 940 support. And then as soon as it got back over this 950, 953 level that I had as another key level, we started grinding in the afternoon and ran up right to, you guessed it, the next level, 980 here now. And so reporting on Wednesday, I still think we're going to see 1,000 ahead of Wednesday's report. And that would be, we got to see if we can break out over 980. Of course, you can see this level right here. And so, yeah, we clear this, we're going to easily hit 1,000. Yeah, and if not that, maybe we'll see. We just don't know. The chart is definitely set up for upside. Okay, we did SPY, and then our favorite Tesla. That baby loves to move with range. Okay, let's see our comment. Tesla. Okay, so I was pissed on this, right? When I saw this and I woke up and I saw that this had 1380, I was livid because this was my plan. I was hoping for this to happen here so I can get option contracts at 1380 and maybe get 15 or 1600 calls and make bank. Fortunately, it was already up to 30 point, but I did get some long into this and rode it here and locked in gains, and it let dump back. And then as it started coming back up here and it held, I got back into some swing longs. I used the black box flow for a long-term swing long entry, and I did join that there was an alert for 3,200 calls for September for $7. And so I'm like, hey, I like that, and I jumped in with a little bit of size on that one. And last I looked, I think it was $9 or $10 up here. So since I was away, I wanted something that gave me time, and the flow definitely helped me very quickly pick something that I liked. And so I hope you guys are making use of the black box option flow. I know I use it. I don't always use it, but when there are certain situations that I need, it's my go-to tool. So you should make it yours. All right. I think that's a wrap. Let's see what we have. We went through all the tickers. Good gain. Sorry, we're still at 14 minutes. I haven't made it to my under 10-minute mark yet, but thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow.
Truth be told, Yourself is your toughest opponent. When your moment comes, grab hold and own it. Never let go, stand tall and hold tight. Overcoming obstacles is the objective in life. Doubt is overnight, and until then you shine bright. Cause inside your head, on goes the light. Ignite. Play the intuition upon the stars in the night that glisten. To you they listen, to me you extended a wish in. When your time comes, don't postpone.